Welcome to Yellowbrick Road. I am Jordan, and today we're gonna watch Whitney
Do
come.
not come.
No, we're gonna Whitney come today.
Do not come.
We are. Fuck. Today we're gonna watch Whitney Cummings today. A little clip of Whitney Cummings, I believe, talking about Venezuela. It's pure chaos. Either way, we're gonna do that. But first, don't forget to share support. Hopefully, donate to all the links in the description box. Or else. Also, please join the Discord if you feel like. All opinions are welcome. I promise. And most importantly, check out the links. Go watch it yourself. I'm going to be sharing these links in the description box for you to look at on your own. You can, come to your own conclusions. I will timestamp this one because it's in the midst of another video. This is 8:19. 8:19. I don't need to I don't have to show you. It's right there. I don't have to post that. You can see right there. 8:19. So please go watch it on your own. Amongst the other things that we have here, that you can be as informed as we are. There you go. Let's start out with our first piece of content. Oh, good.
I would say Whitney Cummings is just like Britney Spears in the sense of watch her on mute.
Thank you, Al Bundy. The first thing I'm going to show you here is breaking. The defense in Charlie Kirk assassination case reveals that the gun and screwdriver DNA evidence is a mixture from 5 different individuals. That'd be kind of crazy. But it also lean into the, what is it? Transtifa? How do you say it?
Transtifa.
Trantifa. Whatever they're
No, there's an S in there.
Transtifa, whatever. They've been going along with that narrative.
They're bad at names.
But if you look a little
bit,
is
that transgender Antifa?
Apparently, but if you look a little bit lower right here, it doesn't. For a lot of people, this doesn't make sense because of the 30-06 story, right? To where it's like, well, you get to explain that shot first. Also, prop your cameras on. I can see your guitar from here, or whatever that is.
Pause.
Is that a guitar?
Yeah, you might want to switch your camera off there, buddy.
Anyways, this is my main concern here. After that, you can go to he had help or whatever the fuck. Like, just prove he was on that roof shooting that gun at that distance. Also, you claim to have the gun, which your claim is the 30-06, and also a screwdriver for what? For taking it apart, putting it together. That didn't make sense to people either. So,
yeah. You need more than a screwdriver to take one of those apart.
And then if someone told me that Tyler Robinson's defense lawyers are working against them, a part of some sort of conspiracy, I can't be surprised by anything in 2026. I just can't. After all the shit I've seen in videos and news clippings and headlines and journalistic documentaries, whatever the fuck, this wouldn't surprise me, but who knows? Either way, I just wanted to showcase that to you guys. Next, let's hear this mother lover. Here we go. Here is the cross-eyed Indian hobbit himself, Kash Patel.
You told me when we last talked, this is 8 months ago when we did an interview at the FBI in Quantico, that you were convinced that Epstein killed himself in jail. Today, 8 months after that, are you still convinced?
Yes.
100%.
Yes, sir.
You told me.
Well, it's like this guy had some sort of presiding over on the Charlie Kirk case as well, at least in regards to collecting evidence, right? The announcements made to the nation from press conferences and all that shit. He's been a part of that. I know Utah and the Utah counties and shit like that are dealing with the actual, prosecution, but this guy did throw a bunch of shit out there. At the same time, he's telling you, like, yeah, Epstein killed himself, which could be like, okay, right? It's fair enough if someone believes that or says that. But the problem is, when you look at all the release, the fucking up of the release, the fucking up of redactions, the fucking up of not unredacting, the lack of investigation. How could I trust this man on anything? I can't trust them to tell me the time at the David Icke. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Just saying. Next, Matt Taibbi. I believe that this is also in regards to the Epstein files. And for some reason,
what the fuck we got? We got Matt Taibbi and we got Walter.
Listen,
Bro, I love trolling this dude. He reads his chat and he doesn't have mods to fucking delete anything. I don't know if he even knows that you can have mods, but I just go in there and I was saying he belongs in jail for his work with Elon, and he's like got so fucking angry about it. I'd be like, Breonna Gray was right.
I'm telling you, dude, clip that shit out.
Shit that he's gonna get angry about. Walter gets fucking. You say that he sucks at writing novels. That's the trigger word, people. Your novels suck.
He's handing out.
Your novels are bad, and you should feel bad.
Handing out triggered fucking handbooks. Okay. Tabby fucked up the fucking Twitter files so badly, and then the secret little DMs that he had with Elon, which were hilarious, by the way. But Elon, I didn't say anything bad about you. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. Bye. Like, oh, you fucking lame, Matt Taibbi.
You're dead to me, Matt Taibbi.
I had feelings.
You lame.
I had feelings he was sus because he worked with Chrystia Friedland, who was like
I don't know
part of the Liberal Party, but she was like worked for The Nation and all these other newspapers and Canadian like mainstream media rags, and he worked with her in Russia, and they both like were living in Russia, reporting, doing Western propaganda there, and I was just like, hey, yo, this don't feel right.
Well, all I got is Matt Taibbi on the Epstein file. Well, where I look at him sus. The Epstein files and Gaza. When I hear him talk about those two things or tweet about it or whatever the fuck, I'm like, this guy is kind of weird. He's a weirdo. That's my personal opinion. I don't know.
And anything to do with race now or transgender stuff or there's no nuance with him.
Does that too? Yeah.
There's no nuance and there's no humanity to him anymore. Where like
anymore
before he would find the story. Well, before like he did a book about Freddie Gray's murder and all that kind of stuff. Like it had a lot of humanity into it, and that's why people on the left like were reading his shit and caring so much about what he said.
But it does beg the question after like, retroactively is like, were you legit in the first place? Were you injecting some sense of like being real and then just to add poison at the end of it? That makes sense. Like, oh, here's a little bit of
I think he was very good at writing and riding a wave and a sentiment, and he exploited it. That or he's being blackmailed and is fucking switched up hard.
Which is what? Then you're a coward. That's all. But then Matt, you're a coward then. Got it. Which I would empathize.
Did you know that he played like amateur basketballs and shit while he was in Russia and Asia?
No, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, he's a sports
Seems
boy.
like a tall guy.
I think baseball too. I could be wrong.
Don't bring up baseball. Don't do it. I'm boycotting, and I don't want this motherfucker anywhere near my sport. Okay. Anyways, let's play this clip of Matt Taibbi. Here we go.
Just to answer this question, at Humboldt Sentinel, Matt, I respect you, but to say that you find these revelations boring was quite shocking.
That's in regards to Epstein, but here we go.
So I was subtweeting Claire Lehman, in Australia.
Walter's eyes glaze over when you say Claire Lehman. Ever since she did her glamour shots from the concentration camps of the COVID outback in Australia.
Yeah, Walter sounds drunk, bro.
Answer this question.
I don't know.
Walter, you fucking drunk writer. He's got the stereotype of a writer. He's just always cooked on fucking whiskey.
I don't know this guy in the first place.
Leahy style.
I don't know this guy in the first place, so that's why I couldn't even. I had no idea. I'm like, Is he okay?
He sounds more like a straight shooter on a normal day. He sounds a little bit fucking sauced up.
Well,
or it's late and he's tired.
Either way, the person I clipped this was kind of like, I mean, it's a clip. It's more so funny than like investigative, but it is something to look at maybe a little bit where it's like, Matt Taibbi gets asked this question. He's just like kind of stumbling around. He's like, oh, well, but, in regards to the Epstein stuff, right? Matt, I respect you, but to say you find these revelations as boring was quite shocking. He's like, well, what happened was, and then this guy's like, well, listen, man, I like tennis. I really like tennis, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, tennis, yeah. But that was less analytical and more just kind of funny to me. So I just wanted to throw that in here. But okay, let's move on to the main event here. The clip of Whitney Cummings from
Whitney Houston.
from EB and Flow. Let's give it a look. All right, here we go.
The Venezuela thing is like half my friends being like, I mean, it's for America to get the oil. And you're like, do you even know what you're saying? Like what parent at a pet store?
This is the first time that the government.
Bro, hold on, pause it right off the bat.
Yeah.
How long have we been talking about the oil, how much Venezuela has oil and stuff? Like probably for 15 years, that's been like, in the internet community, like widely known, and like everyone's like, when are they gonna come and get Venezuela's oil? And like, when are they gonna fucking overthrow the fucking Chavista fucking movement kind of thing?
Yeah. And it's like
fucking dumbass.
I don't know what friends she's talking about or whatever, but like, even if it's brand new to them, still, why not look at the idea? Maybe you can blame them for being late. Like, hey man, you're late on this topic, so you know what? I'm gonna like scorch you a little bit on it. But you can't.
And it's sad too because they literally do it. They literally take the oil. Like you can witness it happen.
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, you guys don't even know." Fuck.
Maybe her or her, I guess, co-host or guest will educate us about Venezuela. Let's find out. Here we go.
At a pet store.
This is the first time that the government has explicitly said exactly.
We're taking the oil.
In terms of America, why do they have to intervene everywhere? I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate on that if you're one of those people, which is like, we have a pretty even track record, right? For every World War II, there's a Cuba. For every South Korea, there's an Iraq, right? For every Vietnam, there's an Afghanistan. Like, right? We're batting like 50.
Oh my God, it's like coffee and shit. Let's put you in one of those fucking houses, Whitney. How about that? Let's put you over there in one of these countries. Like, oh, it's kind of balanced. That's what Kyle Kalinske, like, that's that style of shit to me. It's like, it's better. The left is better.
Yeah.
Go live in one of those houses. Hold on. I'm sorry, Brap. Hold on one second. Go live in one of those houses that get blown up and say how much better it is or how much balance there is. Get the fuck. Like, wrong is wrong, is it not? My bad, Prop. God.
It's just like the epitome of American exceptionalism, where it's just like you're so isolated from anything bad happening that you just like can make these lofty decisions that are literally like other people's lives and
it
other
sounds like a
people's
coffee
liberty
conversation.
and shit.
It sounds like a coffee conversation. It's like the tone deafness of this is incredible, and it's like, you know what? I'm not saying she's some sort of like bad person or anything like that. I'm not going that direction, but I hope one day she actually meets someone that experiences the fucking shit from World War II or fucking Cuba. Either one. South Korea to fucking, what'd you say, Iraq. Go meet some people that experience this balanced thing that you're talking about. And you'll realize, like, all of it is some devil worshipping ass shit. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Either you got tricked by the devil and you're harming people, or you're actually with it and you're harming people. That's what I say. But don't worry. I'm sure the coffee tastes good, Whitney. Here we go.
I'm sure the fucking latte is very creamy today.
Sounds amazing. It's just like, dude, shouldn't you be like leading with empathy? Because listen, you live a nice life. You get to look from the outside. Thus, like, isn't empathy so easy to do? Because it's like, oh, I have something other people don't. Like, fuck, it should be so easy to like feel bad about that. Like, very easy to do.
I feel bad that I haven't bought that drink and that fucking elixir that she has presented on her desk.
I don't even know what that is.
Did you miss the part where she? Did you
Selling?
miss the part where she said, "I'm gonna play devil's advocate"?
No, I heard that, but it's just so blasé the way she's talking. Like it almost feels like it's not crucial at all. You know what I'm saying? Like a devil worshiper might do. Not saying she's that. I'm just saying could be a level of comfort that could lead to apathy, but it doesn't have to lead there. Like it's like you don't want, like me personally, I don't want the idea to be like, oh, rich people are just callous about things because their lives are so good. My mind is like, it could be the opposite. I bet it is the opposite for a lot of people, believe it or not. Especially like their kids, they have kids that grow up in a privileged life and they're like, man, I want to experience something. And they dig around and they see like tragedy happening. Like, yo, how come I have this, but they get shit on like that? I feel bad about that. Just like middle class people here look at the third world and be like, oh, look how fucking shitty their situation is. They're just people like us. But either way, let's hit play. Here we go.
I was going to say it's also important. It's also important to reach the correct conclusion about why that happens. Why things are the way that they are.
Correct is a rough word, Joe. But at least trying to find out, I think that's where we need to get to at the bare minimum. Just try to find out. Like, why is that happening? And don't stop till you get an answer. Let it be ongoing if it has to be ongoing.
A lot of people stop long before they get anything resembling a serious answer.
I agree, and that's what we call politics.
That's what we call dipshit politics. That's for fucking sure.
Agree. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. All right, here we go.
We have a pretty even track record,
the human
right?
species is
for every
probably
World War
fucked.
II, there's a Cuba. For every South Korea, there's an Iraq, right? For every Vietnam, there's an Afghanistan. Like, right? We're batting like 50-50 for inter.
Vietnam and Afghanistan? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Okay, she's just talking shit. All right. That I didn't. I paused it before that portion. I didn't realize she was going to go say that. Okay, I'll back up.
I was about to say those two are not at all similar.
Vietnam was a disaster.
She's in like a rambling. She's like in a rambling flow state where like it's like when a kid just starts rambling shit they don't know what they're talking about, but they want to like just be a part of the conversation, so they just start fucking squawking.
We're batting
like
500.
She just doesn't know what the fuck is she talking about.
50-50, you know? Like, Vietnam was a success and Afghanistan wasn't. It's like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah, it's like...
You want to meet some Vietnam veterans and tell them how fucking spectacular that was of a victory?
And, like, Vietnam is just one of the most famously known shit debacle wars where it's, like, got exposed for being just a terrible debacle.
Yeah. And these other things would be too, in my humble opinion. I think the same thing would happen to World War II or Korea or the Korean War. If there was
the Korean War, I think, is more so, but nobody really talks about it. It's like they call it the Forgotten War.
Yeah.
But it's like it was like people just got sent there for a lot, like a total lie. That like we gotta stop this dictatorship. Meanwhile, that Syngman Rhee guy is like the biggest dictator.
Park Chung-hee.
I'm calling them all Iwo
What is
Jima.
it?
Sorry, Ed.
His name was...
They're all Genghis Khan to me.
And yeah, Park Chung-hee was a fucking scumbag. Tortured and hurt and killed a lot of fucking people.
I don't know who that motherfucker is, but I don't like torture. All right.
He was the dictator of South Korea back when like Kim Il-sung was leading the North.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, let's continue. Here we go.
There's a Cuba. For every South Korea, there's an Iraq, right? For every Vietnam, there's an Afghanistan. Like, right? We're batting like 50-50
Pause with this hand
for intervening, right? I'm not going to say what I think is going to happen.
Also,
I never
all
feel
of
like I have
those
enough
they
information
lost.
to do so.
Every one of those wars, America lost. Fucking hell, bro. Straight idiot.
They'd say they won World War II.
We're batting 50-50. America's batting like fucking like 10%, whatever the fuck you want to say there. I don't know what the fuck you call it. Baseball talk.
I think people would claim World War II as a victory for the U.S. They call it that.
That's what I mean. But since World War II, they haven't had a victory on the books. Maybe you could call Syria a victory, but even then, it's like they pulled out and their objectives and all this shit never fucking came to fruition.
No, okay, you have to define, because when it comes to Americans,
you have to define what the objective is.
There's no win for any American in regards to any of that. But as far as like governmental behaviors and things they want done, I think they've won every time what they want.
Yeah, as far as military industrial complex objectives, the fucking oil extractors, weapons manufacturers, intelligence agencies.
But every time they pull out of the country
winning.
and they're forced to leave or whatever.
No, they fucking won. Like,
but then
it's leaving when they want to leave.
Fucking...
That's what's happening, dude. And they don't actually leave either. That's the thing. They don't actually leave. They leave in like pageantry and news headlines, but not in reality. Not in reality. These motherfuckers, like, let's be real. If you look at the Middle East, right? The U.S. runs Iraq. The U.S. runs fucking Libya. The U.S. runs fucking Syria. The U.S. runs, like, you could say, runs Israel. U.S., like, Saudi Arabia, on and so forth. But the U.S. has a flag planted in all those fucking countries. Iran's still there. But they own fucking Somalia. They own fucking Yemen. Like, they plant flags all over. Like, maybe not Yemen as much, but they plant flags everywhere. Like, as far as apparatus's ideas of winning, they are winning. It's definitely destruction.
I was going to say those Houthis are fighting like hell.
Well,
yeah, but the goal's not to win the war; it's to money launder and to fucking to profit and get your multinational corporations in. Like even Vietnam, they lost Vietnam without a doubt. But you go there and there's McDonald's every fucking town in Vietnam.
Oh yeah,
or every city at least.
I'm sure in their heart of hearts, a lot of the Vietnamese would prefer to get rid of those fucking buildings.
Yeah, the average American.
You know what?
I personally think they should fucking. In Canada, I hope one day a government appropriates all of McDonald's fucking and all these American corporations and gives them to local businesses to fucking flourish.
You remember that Agent Orange shit that DuPont made?
Yeah, and Roundup and shit like that.
And I hope America
Agent Orange in particular,
Canada.
People are still dealing with the effects of that over in Vietnam. That shit has such a long fucking half-life.
Yeah, but the American, there's no winners for no regular people win in any of these conflicts. No one wins. When it comes to the apparatus, they win over and over again. They're taking because of their rubric of winning. That's why they win. That's their rubric of it. Our rubric is like, we defeated the bad guys. That doesn't happen.
They win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They misdiagnose the bad guy, and they don't actually defeat that bad guy. So thus, they're just taking L's. And that's every fucking country I've seen on planet Earth so far. In my lifespan, at least. They're all fucking taking L's. But anyways.
There's also a whole industry of people whose job it is to intentionally misdiagnose.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's where you find the Bill O'Reillys and the Sean Hannitys of the world.
Yeah, people are trying to get over those guys, right? But they're still taking L's. Why? Because there's a new crop of the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
In a different tone of voice, different style. But overall, it's kind of similar. Granted, those guys are going to be
now
exposed
instead of Bill O'Reilly telling you to shut up, you have Nick Fuentes calling everybody a gay Jew or whatever the fuck he does.
And the counter,
whatever the fuck he does in between those gay porn videos.
Yeah, your independent creators are blatantly.
Yeah.
Like
let's retire that word too. Let's retire that fucking word too. A lot of these fuckers, they're not independent. Not in the way that matters.
Oh, I agree. Either way, let's continue with her terrible assessment and kind of blah, blah, which is, once again, regular people just, maybe they want to feel like they're saying something out loud, so they do it, which is fine. I get that. Well, it's not fine to me. I understand it, though. Right? When you want to feel like you're contributing to a conversation, you're just like, oh, yeah, Venezuela, let me say this. Right? I get that. But it's like, we don't need devil's advocates right now, Whitney. I think people want to know, do you understand what you're talking about? I think that's more of a thing that people want to hear. But either way, let's continue. Let's hear more from...
Hold up.
Good.
You know what's funny? She's good friends with fucking, with Jason Ellis. And I guarantee
Awesome.
she'd be hearing about all the trolling we be doing. Fucking...
That's another...
it's like all these people have the same lines, like when I shit on Jason Ellis, he says the same shit Joe Rogan says about like that you're just some fucking lazy motherfucker that's sitting on the couch. Meanwhile, he's sitting on the couch, fucking gorging, fucking begging for money, and it's like, fuck you, you fucking loser.
This steak is terrible. God, matey. Oh, God. Shut up.
That's another thing. That's another thing I want to see
up.
retired. It's after even a little while, it stops being about like, you know, trying to say something important or push for some serious change on one front or another, and it just becomes about hanging out with your friends. Retire that shit. No more.
Or just call it, I'm hanging out with my friend's podcast. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Go there. Fuck it.
Either knock it off or just quit pretending.
Either way, let's see where she goes. Here we go.
Like, right?
See, Tormy just agreed with me. He grumbled.
For intervening. Right?
He's mad.
I'm not going to say what I think is going to happen because I never feel like I have enough information to do so, but I do feel like
do not anger
when
Tormy
crazy
Al
people are in
Baghdadi.
power, and Maduro's this dude's nuts. I'm big on non-intervention until there's a bully that can only be handled with a bigger bully. All I ask is that if you talk about the Greenland thing, if I see you at Starbucks or the airport, just don't be like,
this is some
why is he trying to take
real know-nothing shit.
You don't have to like Trump to know that we need it. I'm just saying, make sure before you say this is ridiculous that we're trying to take Greenland, that you wouldn't say the same if Biden did it. There's things that you want in a perfect world, but you don't realize.
You fucking know we would, you stupid prick. Gotta hate her.
You hate her, but she doesn't know.
What an evil thing to say.
You say it's evil. She doesn't know what the fuck she's saying. It's empty rhetoric.
She's an idiot.
I think she's actually dumb as rocks.
It's like
empty rhetoric.
It's the problem with rich people. Like, I don't want to blanketly call all rich people this because people have a capacity to critically think and shit. But like, when you get that insulated with money, you're just fucking on this whole other wavelength. Right? What's that?
You're saying that they're disconnected from any
yeah, like she's riding the wavelength of the rich lifestyle, and like the American rich lifestyle.
It's not
just
money.
Fucking sad.
It's batteries in her back. The money might be like oh my God, I'm validated because I'm rich. But there's people that don't have any money that get validated. They get batteries in their back and they feel so confident to say anything. Straight up. That happens.
Yeah.
And that they sound like this. We're like, wait a minute, you know what the fuck you're talking about, but you're just screaming it anyways. Got it.
It's not the cause by itself, but the kind of insulation that comes with having that much money and just being able to ignore the rest of the world. That's an accelerant.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, the reality checks for most people. But like for her, she keeps the fucking, like, no matter what she does, she'll continue to just have that same fucking mindset because she's fucking stuck in that. Like, poor people could too or whatever, but there's more chance of them hitting reality where it's like, holy shit, I was wrong, and I see people in a different light.
When reality comes knocking like that, when reality comes knocking like that, she has the choice to ignore it. Me, not so much.
If the batteries stay charged, you will keep that confidence. But I will say, typically, the typical conditioned person in typical society in the world we live in, yes, money can be a big in their world, it's a big battery, right?
Well, yeah, that's why I called it an accelerant.
Some people take pride in not having money, and yes, if you feed them batteries, guess what? If you charge their batteries every day, guess what? They'll show up the same. The same thing will happen. It is what it is. But I will agree and say typically
be an accelerant.
I will say typically, yes, money is surrounding it in this world, in this society. Typically, money surrounding it, where it's like, well, I'm rich, thus I must be like good at something. So thus I must be right about something. So thus I can just lazily say words out loud and don't worry about it. You know, I believe I'm right. It's okay. I think I'm right. And if I have
like the
pushback,
only difference between poor people and rich people is that fucking rich people have money, and that's the defining factor, is that it keeps them fucking locked in that shit.
Poor people can do the same, dude. I'm telling you, it's about the battery.
Like you're saying, with it's about the batteries or whatever. But like, eventually, your batteries fucking run out. Well, I don't even know if the illusion fucking sometimes doesn't run out, where you're like a homeless person and you still like act like you're a fucking millionaire.
You could be the king of the outsiders. You could be that. There's people that can do that. Not saying it's as likely in this world, but I'm pretty sure it does happen. You have community leaders. Guess what? You have activists. Or they have a crowd of people like, yeah, he's our fucking number one activist. And they put batteries in his back. And he says something wrong. Sorry, something that you would normally think is wrong. But, it's like, oh, well, but he's this guy. He doesn't feel that it's something wrong. He's just running with it because he's been boosted up. He feels good about himself. And, oh, yeah, but, Johnny's really good on like 99% of things. Just this one thing he's off on. But the rest he's really good at. So thus the batteries keep going.
A little compromise here, a little compromise there.
Shout the politicians.
1%,
that's where they come from.
1% or less at a time doesn't feel like much in the moment, but it has a way of racking up.
Yeah, it's once again. Well, I'll say this. Forget about the groups. Let's deal with Whitney Cummings here. I almost called her Webb again, by the way. Let's deal with Whitney Cummings here.
Don't insult Whitney Webb like that.
And the whiff could be. Guess what? She might be susceptible too. Whitney Webb, by the way. But whatever. Whitney Cummings. All right. My guess is she's just like it does. Like she almost like in a way has such grandiose ideas of her own ideas, right? But also like a non-care about her own ideas simultaneously, which is like very paradoxical. But it's like, oh, well, whatever. I'm just saying words out loud. Who gives a fuck, right? But also, like, come watch my podcast on Monday nights, 9:00, right? It's like importance, but also deflation at the same time, which is very paradoxical, but makes sense in the psyche. It's like accepting responsibility, but not really. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it sounds like. And yes, the batteries could be like a lot to do with money, amongst other things, but money could be a big factor.
Yeah, it's like a way.
What she's doing.
It's a way of disassociating from reality. She's doing. It's like she's just going tunnel vision into her own fucking her own rabbit hole kind of thing of what she thinks reality is.
That's how people come up with insults like fair weather liberal.
Goddamn politics, yeah.
Hey, I said people come up with it. I didn't say I use it.
But it's like, imagine her like at like a dinner table, like, oh my god, look, the Iraq thing. Like, have you heard about that? Have you heard about that? Okay, and let me tell you, yada yada yada, right? Where it's like self-importance, my ideas are important, and someone's like, but what about that? Is that real? Because I studied that. I studied hours on that thing right there. That's not correct. What do you think about that? Oh well, I get some details wrong. But thus, like, she's like making it important about herself, but also unimportant at the same time. If that makes sense, paradoxically.
Well,
but then again,
there's a hierarchy of importance here, and I think we know which item is. I think we know which item is number one.
I hope it's her. I hope she values herself as number one. I hope that's the case. But then again, who is she?
Well, I was gonna say it is just not the way you're hoping for. Sorry to say.
Well,
and that's not just with her. It's not unique to her, obviously.
Yeah,
it could be anybody and everybody.
It's not the way, Joe. It's that she doesn't go far enough. Like, love yourself even more. Go further. Go further and further. Don't stop. Keep going further and further. That's the problem. They stop at a certain point where they start seeing themselves in your eyes. I see me through you. Oh, Whitney, I love you. Yeah, that's me. Right? That's lazy existentialism at best. At best. Probably a lot, more negative than that. But either way, okay.
I would call it bastardized.
Fair enough. Either way, let's keep playing more of Whitney Cummings. I'm fighting off saying the word web or name web. Here we go.
We know, Jordan.
What needs to be stopped in order for that perfect world to happen. But sometimes the stopping something is preventing an act of aggression that you don't want later, but the stopping seems more aggressive. Or you don't, we never know what's been avoided all the time. Like, I was talking to someone, I've been in the CIA
a long time ago,
and I'm like, just curious, like, because we make fun of you guys and think that you're like,
listen to this part. This is
like,
crazy.
put messages in our music and stuff, and like are just like, like just monster. And I'm like, just curious, like.
She's talking about hanging out with CIA. Like, go back further.
Who like put messages in our that you don't want later, but the stopping seems more aggressive, or you don't. We never know what's been avoided all the time. Like, I was talking to someone, I've been in the CIA a long time ago, and I'm like, just curious, like, because we make fun of you guys and think that you're like monsters who like put messages in our music and stuff, and like are just like, like just drug addicts who just like manipulate people and like assassinate our favorite musicians and stuff. And
is she bragging about like somebody she knows being in the CIA?
Yeah, and then saying that like that it's all conspiracy theories and that they don't do that shit.
Okay, so for this short moment, she's basically Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's play that whole exchange.
She's relaying the CIA fucking narrative to the podcast community.
Let's hear the punchline.
Congratulations, Whitney. You are Tucker Carlson in a skirt.
Let's hear the punchline. I don't know what she's talking about exactly. Here we go.
I'm not sure I want to know, but I have to.
It all the time. Like, I was talking to someone,
I want you to
I've been in the CIA a long time ago, and I'm like, just curious, like, because we make fun of you guys and think that you're like monsters who like put messages in our music and stuff, and like are just like, like just drug addicts who just like manipulate people and like assassinate our favorite musicians and stuff. And I'm like, so like, what's like, how much do you guys like stop something that could have like been a disaster and like we never hear about? He's like, truly 50 times a day. Like the whack-a-mole that they are playing to keep it, that they never get to tell us. I don't know what to tell you. China has 90% of all of our like rare earth elements.
It's Mike Baker.
What do you do?
It's Mike Baker. I think that's who she's talking to. Or is talking about. I think it's him. As soon as like China's brought up and in the context she just laid out, like, yeah, he retired from the CIA, ex-CIA guy, talked to him for a little bit, like Mike Baker. And now she's saying,
is that the curly-headed fuck?
He's been a kind of consistent Joe Rogan guest as an ex.
Is he the sexy curly hair? He looks like Indian's Viva La Fry.
No.
There's a bunch of CIA agents that are fucking out on Lex Friedman and fucking Ryan, what the fuck's his name?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure
Ryan?
She's talking about Mike Baker, as in like openly, I'm a CIA guy, right? And China's a big deal in Russia, right? Kind of old school style intelligence. These guys got played too. Let's be honest. Mike Baker probably got played. He got his own batteries, right? Of like, dude, listen. This is so super secret that no one knows about this. And guess what? You're one of the few people with the honor of knowing this, okay? He got his own batteries, right? That led his life along.
I think it might even be simpler than that, Jordan. You're underestimating the power of traits.
No, I'm not. I just think, well, it depends on what you mean by traits. But I think
you get to have all these nice things. You get to have a pension. You get to have a house.
Yeah, there's that, but it's like, hey, man, rape these kids. You'll have a house and a pension, and they'll be like, no, fuck out of here, right? Most people. Not everyone. But most people. Most people will be like, nah. Most people would say nah. So thus, there's like a prestige and a proudness about being in that line of work. I have to guess. Like, you're saving the country, but no one knows. You're like a fucking superhero, basically. You have a secret identity like a super fucking hero. I assume that that's very much a part of it. All right. But it's whatever. Let's keep playing. Here we go.
Do we let them just have it and see how that goes? It's almost like some of you don't have a scarcity
so
complex.
a couple of interesting things here. First of all, there's obviously the premise.
That's the clip. Okay.
Yeah, like what she was just saying there was that, like, you guys don't trust the CIA doing all this good stuff. You just lie and say they do all this bad shit. It's like, no, people are trying to expose the bad shit that they're doing, and people like you call it conspiracy theories and shit.
Yes, that exists, but also narrative stuff. You good?
Yeah, that's it.
There's an interesting narrative thingy that happens with a lot of in the world of politics, where it's like it's so complex you just don't understand. It's so complex you don't get it, which is what she's saying, which is what Rogan says too, by the way.
That too, yeah. It's over our heads, so
exactly.
Like, shut up about it.
Exactly. Meanwhile, these are some of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. They in a way, they create the problems to go fix them themselves. Like that's on the pathological
Bunch
level.
of QAnon, mother. Trust the plan.
That's on
the storm is coming.
That's on that version of pathology right there. But there are like people that, strategically like make problems to go fix them, strategically. But then there's like people that are actually pathologically captured to fucking, in a way, create a self-fulfilling prophecy to go defeat the fucking dragon or the bad guy. And it's like, holy shit. But at the same time, they'll claim, like, I know more than you do. It's over your head. I get it. You don't. That same thing happens. It's fucking incredible. The motherfuckers, and they don't fucking realize it. And something tells me that Mike Baker might be captured like this. What's that?
I've been in the denial loop where you like, I'm in the know and you're not in the know. But then you're not really in the know. You only got like surface level fucking information on it.
Well, like I said with the pride thing, like, not saying you, but like the Mike Baker guy possibly, or it's like a pride thing. It's like, I know some shit that the motherfuckers don't know, right? And they live off that battery and behave in the world a certain way, not realizing like that's like, yo guys, once again, not saying you, because I think your instincts are more so like I'm trying to do the right thing. Hopefully in a non-harmful way. If you say something harmful, I'll fucking call you out on that. But like, it seems like typically a non-harmful way. Mike Baker is more so like, yeah, we got to kill that guy. He's got to die. Got to get rid of him. Let's take him out.
A lot of it is like they're from birth. They're like taught the American story and the ethos, and they buy into the whole shit that like.
Or the opposite.
Like if you're a part of the government, you're like at the highest level of like importance. Like it's almost like being a king. They do the same thing with the military. They just like blow smoke up veterans' asses, and like they don't really give a shit about them.
There's got to be kids that see, like, I see Batman. They see, U.S. General with all the pins and medals and the fucking physical posturing and the quote unquote physical discipline, major pause, and the accolades and awards that these guys get, and the fucking, these guys are real heroes, right? Some people like see that possibly, but at some point that IQ test is going to happen. They're going to realize like, it's not exactly as the way you might have thought when you first joined up. But some push through that.
That
right?
brings up a good point that they like test everybody before they get into the CIA and these institutions that they won't accept certain personality types.
Listen, I've seen
like this guy questions a little too much. much.
I actually no. Those guys might get fucking pushed too. Let's be honest, because they have the ability to be more creative. Just make sure their core goal is to be towards whatever aim you're
I
looking
think that
for.
they would get
right?
pushed towards like being an analysis dude or whatever, and then I fuck whatever the word is.
Analyst?
An analyst? Yeah, an analyst.
Analyst.
Like Ray McGovern and fucking
Analyst.
people like that.
Analyst.
Be careful when you analyze things, prop. Lest you be analyzed.
Shout to Pornhub. But no, like it's still a lot of a mystery. I've heard ideas from both sides in regards to shit like that, as far as targeting people, and it can get as extravagant as like actually setting up scenarios. I can believe that because I've heard of corporations doing it for their advertisement, right? The corporation, the documentary, where these motherfuckers are on the street talking about how good Sprite is. Meanwhile, like their only purpose is to sell Sprite to people walking around, right? Why wouldn't the CIA or some sort of government thing of a bunch of paranoid idiots, like, why wouldn't they do something that brash and crazy? Why wouldn't they? Right? So like that's not to me too crazy of an idea, honestly, of like kind of like setting up scenarios where like John Wick, right? You walk into the restaurant and everyone's just a character, but you think it's a real scenario, right? Like why not? Why can't that happen? Why not? That's in my mind.
As a black man, do you prefer Sprite?
That's racist. Also, as a kid, yes.
That's I watched a documentary about marketing and Sprite. Apparently, like they target the fucking black community hard. Same with like Nike.
yeah.
They'll like go to the hood and like drop off some Nikes for fucking poor people to like rep. So everyone's like, "Oh damn, those are nice shoes, man."
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's not news.
Listen, I'll give them credit. It's at least third grade psychology, where you get a certain like population into something, then use the population itself to market to the other population. I'll be real, that's third grade level. I usually say kindergarten, but like third grade, I think. Third grade psychology. It works on motherfuckers. It does. Which is why it leads right back to what I scream about the most, which is existentialism. But that's another topic. For now, I almost said it again. Whitney Cummings. Yeah, I think she's wants to feel like she knows it all, and she could be easily captured. That's my humble opinion. That's my intuitive, humble opinion. That I think she talked to someone like Mike Baker, and gave her the confidence that she knows what she's talking about. Like, yeah, you got it, kid. Yeah, you got it. Listen, there's things going on all day, every day around the world that most people don't understand, but you're starting to get it. And let me tell you what it is, right? It's like, I think that might be the case, where she feels like, I know what I'm talking about because Bob told me, the genius Bob that worked in this area, and he knows what's going on. There's always terrorist cells ready to attack. There's always a threat out there, and these guys work day and night to tamper those fucking threats, while you guys get to live nice lives sipping coffee and lattes. But yeah, God.
She does this like when she started dating Chris Cole and the whole drama with his wife. She just instantly took to the internet and like was like trying to expose his ex-wife or whatever, and was just being completely like rude and terrible about it, and was like the same kind of thing, just repeating what Chris Cole said, and she didn't fucking know shit about it. Like she literally just met Chris Cole,
okay,
and then they start dating, and then she just like jumps into this scene. Chris Cole wasn't even saying shit on the internet.
Oh,
why do I know that name? Chris Cole's
skater.
He was like really big skateboarder like 10 years ago.
Bro, he was the default guy I was using in Skate 3, the one that James had on PS3, I think. Whatever.
Well, maybe that's it then.
So just based off that whole drama with that, I just see her in a different light where she's more like, yeah, like she just thinks she knows fucking shit and is like super confident in her opinions, and she's willing to like take it to the internet, and even her like stand-up specials, like she's fucking like tells stories about other people's lives that it's like shouldn't be like out there kind of shit.
Well,
she puts people on blast.
Well, there's something there that I wasn't thinking about. That once again, I leave everyone room. I leave everyone room and a possibility as far as like why they're doing what they're doing. But what you just brought up with the Chris Cole thing, it's like, I wonder if it's something that would be considered a positive trait about someone's behavior, which is loyalty, right? Like, oh, I'll be loyal to you. I don't give a fuck what they're saying. I will trust what the fuck you say. And in fact, I'll double down. I'll shut on these people for even saying anything about it. Right? That could be a thing, right? Which is kind of a
Did you watch her on the Rogan not that long ago?
I watched I think it was American Redact again. I watched that video of the Whitney Webb and Burt Kreischer thing.
Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings, Jesus Christ. Listen, my mind is locked on hot nerds. Forgive me. I told you I can like hear myself doing it and I just do it. But
Whitney Houston.
From Jordan.
That was kind of the vibe I got from that interview or whatever, that she was just really like, yo, like I'm a part of the comedy sphere and like how dare anybody fuck with us, and like anybody fucked with us.
Gang member, bro. Yo,
yeah.
Yo, cuh.
I'm loyal.
Yo, cuh.
I'm ride or die, Joe.
But
WO for life.
Right. But it's like that would be like that's why I love
new world order.
That's why I love like really like trying to assess individuals and shit like that, because that could be a beautiful trait to where someone's like, oh no, like listen, I got your back no matter what. It may be in a dumb fuck wrong way, which is what she might be doing, but I still understand that. I understand. It's about your care for this person that you act stupid over here. This one might be a little bit different. This might be like her feeling herself. You know what I'm saying? Pause. She's like, yo, I know what I'm talking about. I know a CIA guy. I know him. Right? But still,
I think these people are on the back burner too, and people are just like, shut the fuck up, bro. Nobody wants to hear you like online talking.
I do. I want to hear all these fucking dingbats out here. I want to hear their fucking takes. Why not?
I don't mind hearing people, but it's like you gotta be.
Don't get it wrong.
Yeah, or not even don't get it wrong, but like put in some work or whatever. Like these people are lazy. Like they turn on the camera and they have huge staff, fucking and shit like that. Like that Burt Kreischer guy has a huge staff, and he's just like it's a machine. His whole operation.
That's a major pause. Holy Christ! How big is his staff? Is it Dick Cheney size?
Yeah, I was thinking. No, Burt Kreischer probably has a fucking tiny little shrimp dick.
No, but I get what you're saying.
He's the kind of guy that would be like DM you and be like, "Fuck you, I got a hog," and fucking send you a picture of his dick. Fucking dude's such a fucking dummy.
No, but I get what you're saying, bro. These guys have resources but don't use them, and it's like, well, what's your fucking motive then? What do you actually care about? And I think part of it is having money, being famous, and being actually liked. I think that's actually part of it, which is why they freak out so much when they don't get the positive feedback that they may have wanted or have been used to. But I can't say I don't know. I don't know enough about Whitney Cummings.
Jordan.
Whitney Cummings. I almost said Houston this time, by the way. But either way, we'll leave it there. There's your video.
You're grounded, Jordan.
I'm good. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section. If you know more about Whitney.
Houston?
What was I thinking? Was it Houston? Was it Webb? Was it Cummings? If you know more about Whitney Cummings, please let it be known in the comment section. Also, please.
Or if you can think of any other Whitneys.
Exactly. If you know any other Whitneys, like Whitney. Is there another Whitney out there?
So many.
No, outside of Houston, outside of Houston, Webb, and Cummings. Is there another Whitney that's famous that we know of?
Whitney Dreyfuss.
If you know any other Wendy's from the red-haired girl in Wendy's, if you know that person, please tell us all about it. But no, seriously, I want to hear people's opinions.
Tell Jordan all about his future wife.
I mean,
you sick bastard.
I mean, I think there's plenty of sociological and psychological ideas to go over with all of that. I understand there's political ones too, so please shit on Whitney Cummings if you want to. She's obviously like just wrong. She's
grim necessity.
Yeah, but if you want to, please go ahead. So, yeah, rip her ideas apart. Good. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description.
Or else.
Also, please join the Discord if you feel like. All opinions are welcome, and obviously everything I showed you will be linked in that same description box for you to look at on your own, and yada, 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 you know the fucking deal. Most importantly, with all that said, give this video, Joe,
a big thumbs down from Fox News.
Do not come.
Say you want to get in, and then you want to get out. When you get the money to buy yourself a car.